When the flagship phone market in India was ruled by companies like Samsung and Apple, a startup called OnePlus came out of nowhere with the OnePlus One to provide a never settling experience to the Indian consumers.
2 months after Galaxy S5's launch, the OnePlus One was unveiled and people lost their minds, including me, seeing its price to the Galaxy S5. The S5 costed 51,000 at that time and the OnePlus One was around 21,000. Price difference was 30,000, which was a big deal, especially considering how budget-centric the Indian audience is. OnePlus instantly became popular, and at the end of 2014, the company managed to sell over 1 million units, and the phone was so popular that people needed an invite to get their hands over it. The recent stats from the company show that over 300 people are still using the phone. This speaks a lot about the past of OnePlus, doesn't it? After that, of course, it was just the beginning for the company. See, I've used the OnePlus 3, 3T, 5, 5T, 6, 60 and the 70, and to be honest, I was a big fan of the company and their spirit towards the enthusiast market. One of the differentiating factors between OnePlus and other brands was that OnePlus was built around this active community of enthusiasts and developers who are passionate about mobile devices and Android. The company always ensured that they took feedback via the open ear forums from the fans for the new features and design elements of Oxygen OS, their homemade UI. Then you would ask, why did the company start dying? You see, with each new OnePlus flagship, the prices increased and the company stopped taking feedback from the community. The company started at 21,999 and currently they sell the 9 Pro at 64,999, which is a huge difference. Slowly but surely, the community kind of started dying from the inside. It was time for the enthusiast market to move on to other brands because the company was no longer into the flagship killer business. Then the OnePlus 9 series happened, and this probably is the only device from the company that faced severe criticism from fans and was also the start of OnePlus's downfall. I think it all started from the OnePlus 8 series and got worse with the OnePlus 9 series. How? Let me explain. So it was 14th April and after a lot of leaks and rumors, it was time for the OnePlus 8 series. Fans were excited as usual until the price was revealed and the phone costed a lot more than the predecessors. With the OnePlus 8 coming at around 39,999 and the OnePlus 8 coming at around 54,999 compared to the OnePlus 7's price of 34,999 and the OnePlus 7 Pro's price of 48,999. Bear in mind that I'm talking about the base variants here. Of course, OnePlus didn't explain the price hike, but most figure out that it was due to the addition of wireless charging and IP rating, which I think are entirely necessary. I mean, I understand that wireless charging is convenient, although it's very inefficient, but adding an IP rating for just the sake of adding it, I mean, why? If you didn't know, OnePlus already added water safety gaskets around their phones for ingress water protection. Zach, aka Jeradig Everything, has been taking apart OnePlus phones for years now, and here's what he had to say about the water resistance on the OnePlus 7T.
Going back to the water resistance, we can see that the loudspeaker port is protected by the water resistant mesh. There is, of course, no water resistant rating on the OnePlus 7T, but it has all the characteristics of a phone that should have an IP rating.
For the most part, the ingress water protection would have been enough, but why spend more and get the phones IP rated and increase the price per unit? Now, I've never worked in a smartphone firm before, so there might be something that I'm missing out here, but rationally it doesn't make any sense to add an IP rating, especially when your customers expect you to launch phones at lower prices. And we haven't even scratched the surface yet. The display issues that came later made the situation even worse. There was black crush issues in the AMOLED panels, where the display panel would output highly inaccurate colors. People don't expect to pay a premium just to be greeted by issues like this afterward. This issue was also found in OnePlus Nord's display panels. Then came the OnePlus 9 series. The company partnered with Hasselblad, one of the leading camera manufacturers, to tune the OnePlus 9's camera. Since OnePlus had always had mediocre cameras on its flagships, I seriously thought that this might finally change the camera scenario on OnePlus devices, but oh boy, I was wrong. The reviews came out and the cameras were yet again bad. The significant price increase was because of the Hasselblad partnership, and while they were better, they were still behind most of the other flagships in the same price. This week, OPPO and OnePlus merged to create a more global Chinese smartphone business. Rumors suggest that OnePlus's Oxygen OS, which OnePlus was the most proud of, will be replaced by OPPO's Color OS. In China, OnePlus phones have already moved to the Color OS. Due to this merger, many OnePlus employees in India have already resigned, and it makes sense since most of them are enthusiasts who helped build the company to what it is now. So what lessons do we learn from this? The one lesson that most learned is that companies are there to make profits and don't usually care about its users. If a company does care about consumers, it'll die soon, which brings me to the most cliche quote of the tech industry: you either die a hero or live long enough to become a villain. That's been it in this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.